OnePlus 10T is very good smartphone with premium build quality, a great display, top tier performance and insanely fast charging speeds. At $650, it's also one of the best value high-end smartphones with Qualcomm's powerful and power-efficient Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 chipset. It's the first time a OnePlus T phone is being sold alongside the older model while also bearing a near identical design, but the two phones have quite a lot of differences under their hoods. Thankfully, the OnePlus 10T is a superb phone, but it does struggle to justify its price given the existence of company's own Note 2T, which has the same rear cameras, performs well for a mid-ranger, and costs a lot less. The OnePlus 10T is blazing fast. It's got the Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 chipset, which is basically an overclocked 8 Plus Gen 1. The processor found in the OnePlus 10 Pro, Sony Xperia 1 4, Vivo X80 Pro, Galaxy S22 Ultra, and several other high-end Android phones. In GFX benchmark performance states we run on every phone we review, the 10T scored amongst the best scores we have ever seen, hitting 59 FPS or 60 FPS for each test, 60 FPS being the highest possible score. But it scored slightly lower on Geekbench multi-core CPU test than the OnePlus 10 Pro and 2021's 9 Pro for that matter, which in my book shows two things: that the noticeable gains in mobile processors are incredibly minimal at the top end and are hard to measure, and that benchmark numbers only tell you half the story. The other half of the tale is day-to-day uses, where the 10T absolutely sinks. OnePlus says to think of the 10 Pro as the camera phone and the 10T as the performance phone, and the 10T lives up to this billing. I never saw dropped frames or shuttering animations, although OnePlus software is quite unrecognizable from a few years ago. Its flagship phones are still near flawless when it comes to performance out of the box. I tested the phone for more than a week on GiveGap's a 5G network in the UK and roaming in New York City, and the phone performed admirably. I don't fully buy into OnePlus hint that it is noticeably more performant in everyday uses than the 10 Pro, but it is clearly a stunningly quick device. There's a whopping 16 GB of RAM in my review unit that kept umpteen apps running in the background to instantly pick up where you left off. Suffice to say, playing demanding mobile games is an absolute breeze for this phone. You can also opt for a version with 8 GB of RAM and 128 GB of storage, while Indian customers can choose a third 12 GB RAM and 256 GB option. Storage is non-expandable, though there is dual physical SIM capacity.